Friday night live improv from New York City. And I want to introduce you to a fabulous cast. First, we have JodyLee. Hello, JodyLee.
Hello.
Hello. And we got Steve. And we got Don. And we got Stephanie. And I'm your host, Scotty Watson. But none of these people are who they say they are. No. They are actually the inhabitants of a very small town called Goon River. And we're gonna find out. What's a big deal. What's a big change that's coming up in the town of Goon River.
An improv theater company is coming to the place.
Don't you think improv does enough masturbation that we can just do something without talking about ourselves? What's a small town thing? Give me a small town thing.
Pothole Repair.
Pothole Repair? Cool. Anything? Anybody? Pothole Repair? Are we good with Pothole Repair? Pothole Repair going once? Pothole Repair going twice?
Yes.
Fact going to be Pothole Repair. Yep, the town of Goon River is, some people are for pothole repair, and some people, believe it or not, are against pothole repair. They have their reasons. Trust me. But nobody's on the fence in the town of Goon River. Hey, let's meet the nice people. I told you that these people were not who they say they are. So they've already started changing their names. And I'm going to start first with Myrtle Mastrantonio. Did I say? I think I got that right. Similar to the director?
Why, yes, a very distant relative. I'm very proud. I've seen all his movies, but that's a whole other. That's a really long story, and I don't want to bore you with my long story about.
Well, my long pause is because I couldn't remember if he was an actor or a director. So I feel bad, and I will Google that as soon as we're done. What do you do in the town, Myrtle?
Well, I'm retired from business, and that's another long story that I'm not going to tell right now.
Well, we feel like that's kind of mysterious. We'd like to know what business.
Well, let's just say it's one of the older professions.
Okay. So like banker or baker or one of those. I got it. No worries. Tell me, were you for or against the potholes getting fixed in Goon River?
Well, I sort of liked the pothole in front of my house because people would hit it at such a rate of speed that they would damage their vehicles, and then they'd stop, and I would come out, and I met some of the nicest people who would stop to see if their tires or their axle or something were damaged. And so I actually have to confess that there were times at night that I'd go out and dig it up a little bit more.
So that's extremely against having the potholes fixed. When you're the one digging them, I'm going to mark you down as against that.
Yeah, I don't want the pothole fixed. I got a lot of business that way. I mean, I met a lot of nice people that way.
Sure. All right. Nice meeting you, Myrtle. We'll talk to you a bit. We'll talk to you again in a little bit. Darius McMahon. Mayor Darius McMahon?
McMahon, son.
Sorry, say that again?
McMahon.
Just regular old McMahon.
Aye.
All right. And what did you do? What did you do in the town of Goon River?
Well, sir, I'm a painter. You got something to paint? I painted for you.
Like art or garages?
Yes.
All things paint.
All things paint.
Okay, I could live with that. Now, tell me about the potholes. Are you for getting them fixed or against having them?
I'm for getting them fixed.
For that,
there are people that don't belong here, and the road is stopping them. So you gotta get the pothole fixed so they can get the hell out of here.
So you're in favor of getting the potholes fixed out of xenophobia.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. There's it's something for everyone. Lovely, thanks. We're gonna get back to you, Darius. Serenity. Hello, Serenity.
The local Mates Motel. And I am very for not fixing the potholes. It's so great when people have nowhere else to stay but my hotel.
I'm not sure how that follows. If there's a lot of potholes, they have nowhere to stay but your hotel.
Well, if you fall into a pothole with your car, your tire pops out and they're stuck. There's no one in this town that can fix a car. It usually takes at least a week. They're very slow around here with fixing cars. So it's just that.
So just to be clear, 50% of the businesses in town that I have met so far get the majority of their business by cars popping their tires in their holes.
It's perfect. We are a very small town and we love when people stay.
Wow. Okay. That's this is an interesting marketing system here. Just so John, I have this feeling that oh no, I can do it. Zdetsky. John Zdetsky.
Okay, it's close enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please, you tell me how it's done, and I'll make sure I always say it that way.
Oh, well, let's move on. Okay.
Right.
It's my last name is John Zedzpidecki.
Oh, Zdetsky. I'm sorry. That's Polish. I was doing Czech.
What was the D thing?
Zedzpidecki. I gotcha. Okay. Now, what do you do in the town, John Zedzpidecki?
I cook beef jerky.
But you're also the town clerk, according to your
Jerk. I cook beef jerky.
Sure, I hear you. Now I get it. Now, oh, you make chewy cow. Lovely. Now, tell me, are you for or against getting the potholes fixed?
Oh no! We're not going to do that. That is,
Why would
we're
we
going to make sure that those potholes stay just the way they are.
Because
This
you get
is
so much business from them.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
How does a jerk like you get business from potholes?
Because when the customers come down the road, we have the ham operator who tells us that the cars are coming. We end up running out, taking the garter away from the hole so they will pop their tires and be stuck, and then they have to eat the right.
Yeah. Okay. It's all of the town. That's how.
Glad you asked that question.
Well, okay. So I have noticed that everybody except for poor Darius is against having the potholes fixed. So I'm going to talk to him first. Darius, the day before they decided to fix the potholes, where were you? Who did you see?
I was hiding because them potholes, they just seem to get emptied all the time. And I just didn't understand. And I saw Miss Myrtle, and she was out there at night digging them out. And I saw Miss Serenity, and she had a jackhammer on them, making them even bigger. And I saw Mr. John here, and he was just selling. If I try and say your name, Mr. John, I'm going to hurt my tongue. So they were actively unfilling the hole. I tell you.
I know what's going on. And I have the feeling that the ringleader is Myrtle Mastro Antonio. So I'm gonna talk to Myrtle. Myrtle, it's come to our attention that these aren't just potholes that organically, naturally. Myrtle, you're digging up the road. You're just a little bit muted at this time. There we go.
You have to understand that our town doesn't have much income. We don't have many businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And I have always relied on the business of strangers.
I do something like that.
On the business of strangers.
And so I have tried very hard to figure out what I could do to generate a steady source of revenue for our little town,
Mm-hmm.
so that we could do better. And the simplest and quickest and easiest thing to do was to get people to stay longer.
Go ahead.
And so we talked it over.
Mm-hmm.
We decided. Now we talked to Darius. Darius is a nice man, and he used to be a good customer before he
New information.
on the other side of the fence
Okay.
on this whole pothole issue. And he just did not see things that, he paints. You don't paint for a tourist usually, although he could have a little art store where the tourists might come as they were waiting for their cars to be fixed, but he didn't see it that way. So the rest of us decided to just take matters, as it were, into our own hands.
Well, I will tell you this, Myrtle. I've lived in many a big city, and I've noticed that people in your business, normally you need the cars to just kind of keep moving. They slow down, they do their business, they move on. And of course, I'm talking about the world's oldest profession, banking. You go in, you give the money up the thing, or baking. They sometimes have delivery windows. I'm just saying, maybe the pothole thing isn't but let's explore more. John Zedspedetsky.
Yes.
Yes. So you are a jerk. And the day before they fixed the potholes, you were being a jerk. Just jerking around the town.
Well, be careful, but yes, that's
yes,
right. That's
all
right.
right. It's an adult channel. I could say that. You could.
I'll take over from there. So basically what I was doing on the day was I was in my backyard and I was making some more bacon, if you know what I mean, because when Myrtle gets through with her customers, they always want to come over because they've already had their bacon, if you know what I mean. And they would like to have something because they're all starting to dry up. And it would be good to have something that they can take with them when they leave our little town.
Well, that makes sense. You should think about having a competition. Like you make jerk, for example. But like if you were a baker, you'd have a bake-off. The big point is there's a lot of different ways that you could possibly promote your business. Serenity. Let's talk about the day before they came and fixed the foxholes. No, they fixed the poxholes. It's been 12 years since my last drink. Serenity, what were you doing the day before? Who'd you see?
The day before at the Mates Motel, we were very busy because Myrtle, Mastro Antonio, and Antonio, she did retire, but she still kind of runs her business. Shh, don't tell anyone. She's got some working girls, working bankers that, they were still coming in, and, she's a very, very rich lady. And, We want the customers to stay because once they come to the Mates Motel, they never want to leave.
I felt like you were going to say that.
Yeah, and so the noise of the trucks coming in were disturbing her girls. And it was a very upsetting time. So I have these fabulous speakers that run through and out the front of the Mates Motel.
Sure.
And we were just playing nice, peaceful music, inviting more customers to take a break from the horrible noise.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe Myrtle is a little bit of the instigator going on here. I'm just saying.
Myrtle is a fabulous and very wealthy lady.
Yeah, I think maybe you're a little bit of an instigator too. I'm going to start this. I want to talk about the day they filled in the potholes. The state came along and they said, "The heck with this," and they filled in your potholes against your will. So I want to dive in with John Zetspedetsky, and I want what happened to you that day? Something happened to you. Tell me what it was.
Well, it's a funny thing that happened that day because, as I say, it was a regular day, just kind of getting ready for everything, getting all the pork and all that stuff. And the what do they call him? The commandanter, the commander, the supervisor of the police department and construction department. They got tired of me. They grabbed me and they put me into a large pothole, put the tar in there and tarred me right in there. And unfortunately, my cheeks got stuck in a smile and I died.
Oh, that is so sad. You died actually. That's crazy because those guys usually like.
I had to take a fall.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that you died in one of the potholes that you loved so well. Serenity, what happened to you that day when they filled the potholes in?
Well, the noise kept getting louder and louder. And then I heard John Ziskotsky.
That's right.
Screaming. The town jerk, always doing something stupid. And of course he fell into the pothole, screaming, cheeks all swollen with marbles and little pebbles, and I go running out and I trip over a heel from one of Myrtle's girls.
Oh,
Yeah, a nice spiky, beautiful heel.
love it.
It was fabulous. But I tripped full face first into a tiny pothole that was not filled yet.
Oh,
It was horrible.
sorry.
But the good news is
Oh,
I'm still at the Mates Motel and I will be living here for eternity.
okay. All right, Mates Motel, everybody. You definitely want to try there. Darius, what happened to you that day? Surely.
Well, Serenity actually wanted me to come back across the street and paint a couple walls and a mural, and so I was starting to come across the street, and I got distracted by the music that was coming out of the Mates Motel, I tell you, and I tripped. I tripped over Mr. Zazebski's head.
Yeah.
Because it was still sticking out. I tripped over that thing.
Good pronunciation, by the way.
Thank you. And I fell and I dropped my paint can and paint splattered all over Miss Serenity and filled another pothole. And I fell in the pothole face first and drowned.
No.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some weird stuff. All right. We're going to talk to the person who I believe in this town is the least innocent. I believe that Myrtle, you are the big instigator. So tell me that you survived this day.
I did not. It was a difficult day. I was coming across the street to see, I wanted to check on my girls, make sure that they were, taking breaks and having a pleasant afternoon. And I saw John the jerk. We'll just call him Jerky John.
Jerky John.
And I saw Jerky John out there in the pothole, and I went, oh dear, maybe I don't wish him well necessarily, but that's like a terrible fate. So I went out to see, and as I was walking that direction, I saw Serenity, dear Serenity, whom I just really adore. And she tripped over this gorgeous gold lame Jimmy Choo high-heeled shoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was just speechless. And then I saw Darius approaching with his pink. And you heard what happened to Darius. And
I did.
And I was trying to rescue them, trying to at least get their bodies out of the middle of the street. And when they fill potholes in, first they put in the gravel and the cinders and the tar, and then they have that giant machine, that giant roller thing, steamroller or whatever they call those things. And I was kneeling down trying to pick Serenity up, and the guy running this machine, big machine, and he just either he was really evil, which I don't believe in my heart. Bless him, bless his little heart. I think he just didn't see me, and he just rolled right smack over all four of us. And we became a permanent part of our little town.
Oh, see, there's a happy ending in the end. Y'all got smushed and filled the potholes together. There you go. I want to see, there's always a silver lining. I want to thank the people of Goon River for joining us. I want to thank the cast for being very silly cast. And I want to thank you for watching Improv. There's going to be more, so stick around. It's Friday night.